Hello and welcome to Budgeting with Intention. We are a family of 3 living on the east coast of Canada, and today's video will be looking at the budget for the final week in June. If you can believe that, it's crazy how fast this year is going. So I need my calendar, and let's see here, page. And I apologize in advance if the lighting in this video is all wonky. I'm filming at a different time of day than I normally do. And yeah, the sun is kind of like shining through the leaves and reflecting in a weird way. So it's really bright and then it's really dim and then it's really bright again. So today we are dealing with natural light and the fluctuations that go with it. So we will just do what we can to make it as best as possible. Let's see here. So, final week in June, we're going from the 23rd to the 29th, and we don't get paid this week, but we did get our child benefit payment earlier, and we are also gonna be pulling in some rollover from last week's budget, so that will cover our bills this week. And I'm just going to match up the color on my budget sheet with the color on the calendar, which is one of my favorite parts of the whole process, as simple as it is. And let's see, so rollover and child benefit payment together comes to $10.36, and then we're also going to be bringing in $120 of cash. So, whoops, 1036 plus 120, 1036, 1156. Okay, so that's the income that we're working with this week. And then for bills, we have a mobile phone, which we're going to round up to $140. Line of credit, we're going to put $500 on if we can, and this budget's going to be a little bit tight, so if we have to make adjustments, that's probably where we're going to take it out, because our minimum payment is less than $500, so that could be a potential place to ease things up if we need to. Water is, I'm going to round it to 150. Actually, that's an estimate. I haven't gotten our bills yet for our water or electricity, so I'm just basing it off of last year's usage and what we've been paying so far this year. So I'm guessing that water is going to be around 150 and that electricity is going to be around 200. Let's count that up. So 140 plus 500 plus 150 plus 200, 990. Leaves us with 166. Okay. So gas, again, we're going to do 60. And then groceries, 80, pocket money, 20. And other is 20. Those numbers have been pretty much the same since we started budgeting. 80, 20, and 10. So that's 170. Okay, so we're already in the negatives. 166 minus 160. Oh my gosh. 166 minus 170. I use a different calculator for work and the buttons are in different spots. And for whatever reason, going back and forth is really hard for me some days. Okay, so car maintenance is 10, which actually leaves us with minus $14, which, to be honest, is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy to take $14 off of our line of credit payment so that it all evens out. So let's change that right now. 500 minus 14 should be 486. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to have to redo all of these numbers here, aren't I? I should have done this in pencil. Okay, 486. So 140, 486. 150, excuse me, so that's 976, 1156 equals 180. And then 180 minus 170 leaves us with 10. And then 10 minus 10 equals 0. So I'm going to double check that, but it looks to me like we have balanced out at exactly 0 with no rollover at all this week. Let's just double check that though. So 1036 minus 120. No. Oh, okay. 1036 plus 120. So we have an income of 1156. Okay, so far so good. Minus our cell phones, minus our adjusted line of credit payment, minus our water, and minus electricity is 180 left. Okay, and then minus gas, groceries, pocket money, and other leaves us with 10, which will go into car maintenance, and that leaves us with 0 at the end. All right. Yeah, I was kind of worried this week because I knew that these were going to be big and that this was not as big as it sometimes is. So I'm happy that we only had to adjust for $14. So yeah, not as bad as I thought. That's good. And let's do some cash. So leftover money from last week, we have $10 in bills. And yep, that's it for that. So going into our savings jars, we've got two $3.05. Silver coins are gonna go in here. And then our loonies are gonna go in here. I'm really curious, I have not counted any of these coins since I started putting them in, so I'm really curious how much I've got in there so far. The jars are getting really heavy, so I know it's adding up, but it's hard to estimate by looking, so I'll be excited when I get to count it up, whenever that is, probably for my son's birthday. I think that's what we'll be using that money for, but we'll wait and see. And then for the bills and the toonies, just grab my little binder here. The $10 I'm going to put straight into Apple because I'll be buying an Apple Pencil very soon, which gives us 20, 25, 30, and then 35, 40. So total of 40 and 2 for that. And then for the rest of the coins here, I'm going to put sorry, I don't plan this ahead of time. I just kind of go with what I feel like on the day of. So I'm going to put $2 into pantry, and that gives us 2, 4, 6, 8, $10. And then you know what? I'm going to put the other 6 into Apple as well. So that's $42. That's 46, 40, 44, 46, 48. So that should be $48. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes. Okay. There we go. And then, oh yeah, the cash stuffing part. I forgot about that. I'm moving so fast here, I can't keep up with myself. So for those who are new, first of all, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. In an earlier video this month, I decided that I was going to take out all of my cash for the month and split it into weekly bundles so that I'd have it at the ready when I do my budgets. I love it. I plan on doing it again next week. We're only working with a small amount of cash each time, so it works for us right now. I don't know if it would work if we had a lot more cash to divvy out, but for $120 a week, it's not bad, and it seemed to work out for this month perfectly well. So hopefully it'll continue on in the future because it's very convenient not having to go to the bank. So that being said, we've got $20, $40, $60, $80 for groceries, and $5, $10, $15, $20 for pocket money, and those go right into my wallet. Okay. And then actually, now that I'm looking at this, I'm going to swap out some of those bills. I'm going to take this $10 here and trade it for $10 in bills. Okay, that's better. So for the remaining $20, 10 is going to go into our car maintenance fund, and 10 is going to go into other, which covers any miscellaneous expenses that pop up. So let's see here. Car maintenance. And that leaves us with $40. And other will also have $40. I haven't spent anything out of this category this month, so I'll have to think on whether I want to continue with an other category next month, or if I just want to, get up to $50 or $60 and then start another fund, if that makes sense. Like, consider this one fully funded once it hits a certain amount, and then use that $10 somewhere else. Yeah, we'll have to think on that. I'm not sure, but the way that it is now with this $10 in this binder and not in my wallet, I'm not really spending it, and nothing has really come up this month, thankfully, that we've needed it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this category is working for us the way it is. So yeah, something to think on, and I guess stay tuned to future videos to see what we decide on that. Okay, so I guess that's it for today's video. Thank you again for stopping by. I truly appreciate any comments or likes or any engagement whatsoever on the channel. I truly appreciate. It's nice to have such a supportive community here on YouTube, and I love watching your videos and getting inspired as well. It's really nice to cheer you on. If you have a channel, let me know, and I will pop over and leave a comment and subscribe, and yeah, you can subscribe to me as well if you feel like it. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.